night. They look like fun, but are they safe for young people?
If you're under the age of 18 and you're riding an e-scooter, you must be wearing a helmet.
More kids getting hurt? Police say those who are underage should not be climbing on board. Crossing the bridge to return your empties?
It's a good system to prevent putting stuff in the garbage, but as you can see, it's trouble.
Why one Quebec group wants Ontario residents to make a U-turn. And it's not a total eclipse, but science lovers are all in just the same.
It's something that doesn't happen really often, so it's nice to see it. It's a nice experience for the kid.
A partial eclipse compelling enough to have many gazing skyward this afternoon. Good evening. We begin tonight with alarming new data about e-scooter injuries among kids in Ottawa. CHEO reporting a significant increase in the number of hospital visits, which comes as Ottawa Police try to clamp down on underage e-scooter use. CTV's Austin Lee is in studio with the details. Austin.
Well, Patricia, the new numbers from the Children's Hospital serve as a reminder to be cautious because some of these e-scooters on the market, they can go dangerously fast. Here's a look at the latest numbers from CHEO. Between July of last year and this past June, 93 kids went to the CHEO emergency department with e-scooter related injuries. That's compared to 34 during the same time last year, or rather a year prior. So clearly a sharp uptick here, and it comes as Ottawa Police are rolling out a campaign to crack down on the misuse of scooters this summer, including underage riding. Police taking time to share e-scooter rules today, rules that some people may not be aware of.
You have to be older than 16 years of age to ride an e-scooter. If you're under the age of 18 and you're riding an e-scooter, you must be wearing a helmet. If you're riding an e-scooter, you're not allowed to ride double. So you can't ride two people on an e-scooter. You are not allowed to tow any other vehicle or any other mode of transportation.
Sergeant Callaghan adds officers are conducting operations in the Findlay Creek and Riverside South areas. They're looking for underage driving, unsafe operations, and speeding. Now, it's important to note e-scooters can also only operate on a street with a maximum speed limit of 50 kilometers per hour. They can also go on multi-use pathways and on city facilities. The max speed for e-scooters is just 24 kilometers per hour. Still, police say they've spotted many in Ottawa going much faster. Patricia.
As have many of us. All right, CTV's Austin Lee reporting live for us tonight. Thanks. And we do have extended coverage of e-scooter injuries in Ottawa, that effort by police to crack down on underage use. You can find more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Police are investigating another robbery linked to Facebook Marketplace, the second to happen in the city this week. Officers were called to the area of Berrigan Drive and Beatrice Drive in Barrhaven around 7:30 Sunday night. Police say the buyer and seller arranged to meet there when the buyer allegedly pulled out a handgun and stole the item from the victim. Police are looking for anyone who was in the area between 7:30 and 8 p.m. Sunday evening. A similar incident happened one day later in Manotick. It's not clear if the two incidents are connected. Well, millions of people gathered in Spain today to catch a glimpse of a rare total solar eclipse. The same phenomenon that captured Quebec is looking to, excuse me.
Gatineau resident Louis Carreiro is at the back of the line, waiting to return empties.
This is not as bad as I saw. I saw a few times that it was going almost at the end of the parking lot.
A bottle return depot in Gatineau experiencing long waits. Consignaction, the organization that runs Quebec's recycling program, says the long lines are in part caused by Ontario residents.
It's a good system to prevent putting stuff in the garbage, but as you can see, it's trouble. It's a lot of time you got to wait.
The organization says it's illegal to return empties bought outside the province to obtain refunds, but many people do. Because in Quebec, you can get money back for not just beer and wine containers like in Ontario, but for other beverage cans and bottles too. The deposit added to the cost, then refunded when you return.
You pay an extra 10 cents each bottle. And when you bring them back, you get that 10 cents back.
Now, new measures have been introduced to crack down on Ontario residents. They will have to use an app and an express service to verify products were purchased in Quebec, and refunds will be issued at a later date.
It's hard to know where you bought it because you could have bought the same case in Ontario or Quebec.
This Ottawa resident would like to see a similar system in Ontario.
That could be a little income.
In the coming months, 4 new locations will be added in Gatineau to cut down on the long lines here. Peter Szperling, CTV News.
Oh, apologies for the technical error earlier. Now we want to go to this story. Millions of people gathering in Spain today to watch a total solar eclipse, which was visible here 2 years ago. And while it was not as exciting in Ottawa today, there was a partial solar eclipse, which some gathered to watch. CTV's Katie Griffin was with those Ottawa residents who spent the afternoon looking up. Katie.
Well, Patricia, it didn't get dark here because Canada was outside the path of totality. So for us here, it looked like a bite was taken out of the sun. Still impressive and bringing out a crowd.
And it is.
6-year-old Nicholas has his eye on the sky.
I was looking at the sun and the moon is blocking the sun.
He's among those watching the partial solar eclipse at the Canada Aviation and Space Museum.
I think it's amazing because it's my first time.
Today it's about 26% of the sun is covered by the moon versus it was about 96% back in 2024.
This is what the partial solar eclipse looked like in Norway and in Spain. The first total solar eclipse there in more than a century. Millions coming out to watch as the moon completely blocked the sun.
The sun's coming in, it's bouncing off 3 mirrors and then projecting onto the paper.
The view in Ottawa still impressive for these skywatchers.
It's something that you don't normally see.
We see already like a little chip at the top, and it's really fun, but it's gonna take a while.
I just learned there's an eclipse today. I didn't even know 5 minutes ago. It's really cool.
The Royal Astronomical Society of Canada setting up 4 telescopes.
So since he's very intrigued in the space, we thought this would be an awesome thing to come and show him.
It's nice. It's something that doesn't happen really often, so it's nice to see it. It's a nice experience for the kid.
As for Nicholas, he found the whole thing pretty
awesome.
The next total solar eclipse in Canada won't be until August 2044, but there will be another show in the sky tonight. The Perseid meteor shower is expected to reach its peak tonight and tomorrow with up to 100 shooting stars an hour. Patricia.
Very cool. All right, CTV's Katie Griffin live for us tonight. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Still ahead, a big game with huge stakes for a local Little League team. We'll take you to the Canadian Little League Championship in Glace Bay, Nova Scotia. That story coming up.
Taking a live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. Cooler this evening, 22 degrees. A little bit overcast, a few showers out there as well. This evening, Jackie is at Wesley Clover Parks, where it's a big event tonight. Spurs and Sparkles happening tonight, Jackie.
Yes, it's a wonderful event now in its 5th year. The good news is because it really is weather dependent, we are outdoors, of course. The sun has started to peek through as well, and the darker clouds have really moved away from the Wesley Clover Parks area. Here's a look at our satellite right now. Again, there was a weather system that moved through just north of Ottawa and including close to the Kingston area. A severe thunderstorm watch still is in place for most of our region. The good news, though, is that the severe thunderstorm warning that was in place just an hour ago has since lifted. This is still likely going to be in place until about 8 or 9 o'clock this evening. Now, a closer look at what we'd expect in the next few hours. By 7 p.m., a little bit of activity by the Kingston area, but mainly clear skies for the Ottawa area, including the valley. We might see a little bit of rain and movement moving just north of Ottawa in the Quebec region, close to the Pontiac area as well, but that should clear out by the time Thursday morning rolls around. Right now, you mentioned it, Patricia, temperatures feeling closer to 22 here in the capital. It's cooling down a little bit, but that sun keeping it a little bit warmer. 23 around Kingston, feeling more like 29, and 21 in Montreal and Montreal. We'll get a closer look at your long-term forecast in just a bit. Good news is, after a week of rain, we will likely have more sunshine here in the capital, and that's guaranteed for at least our Friday moving into the weekend. More details on this and more in just a bit.
Police are investigating after a pedestrian was struck and killed on Highway 147 last night. The crash happened at Blair Road around 9:50 p.m. The pedestrian was pronounced dead at the scene. Police have not released any other details about the circumstances surrounding the collision. Investigators are looking to speak with any witnesses or anyone who may have dash cam footage. And that should have read Highway 174, excuse me. Well, it is crunch time at the negotiating table in Washington. In exactly 1 week, the U.S. is set to impose new tariffs on hundreds of Canadian products. Canada's negotiating team is still in Washington trying to work out a potential deal before that deadline. CTV's Mike LeCouture reports from the U.S. Capitol.
The Canadian team spent most of Wednesday huddled inside the Canadian Embassy. And CTV News has learned that lead negotiator with the U.S., Janice Charette, warned her American counterpart that federal officials would not be able to control the public or premier's reactions if the U.S. moved forward with 50% tariffs on a swath of Canadian imports in a week's time. Now, it wasn't described as an ultimatum, but sources say U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer understood the reality. There were no face-to-face meetings between the two sides today, but industry leaders remain cautiously optimistic.
I'm hopeful that we're going to get it done.
The president of the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association is in Washington, making sure he and his American counterparts are on the same page. Flavio Volpe also likes what he's seeing from the negotiations.
That gives me hope because it's demonstrably different than at any time over the last year and a half, and that the Americans are also speaking in real terms. They know the consequence of their trade actions, and that some of those consequences have hurt a major ally.
CTV News has learned that both the Canadian and American trade representatives are aiming to present the layout of a trade deal to U.S. President Donald Trump in the days leading up to the August 19th deadline. One member of the Prime Minister's Advisory Committee on Canada-U.S. Economic Relations believes there could be a path for a deal.
So I think the provinces will see if we can make some progress that will benefit their workers, perhaps on softwood lumber as well, some sort of certainty. It will be worth them pausing or stepping back from their beverage alcohol bans and things like that.
It's unclear if more face-to-face discussions will happen this week, but Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc is remaining in the American capital for now. Mike LeCouture, CTV News, Washington.
And stay with CTV News for continuing coverage of the trade talks in Washington. You can find updates on radio, on News Talk 580 CFRA, and on CTV News Channel. 4 members of the 2018 World Junior Hockey team who were acquitted of sexual assault last year will remain suspended by Hockey Canada. An independent appeal board ruling Cal Foote, Carter Hart, Dylan Dubé, and Michael McLeod breached the Hockey Canada Code of Conduct. A 5th player who was also acquitted, Alex Formanton, has been reinstated immediately. The suspended players cannot participate in Hockey Canada sanctioned programs or games. Well, turning now to British Columbia, where there was a brief reprieve near the wildfire, keeping 20,000 people from their homes in the Okanagan region. Shifting winds have blown away a lot of the hazardous smoke, but as CTV's Andrew Johnson tells us, the firefight has not diminished.
Shifting winds have blown the smoke from the massive Summerland fire over to the southwest, for the most part bypassing Penticton and giving people warned to stay indoors or wear masks for days, a breath of somewhat fresh air.
That's why my dog got out for a walk today.
I haven't been out walking much, but today I thought, okay, good time to go.
Today, the BC Wildfire Service says increased cloud cover will help fire crews, but there is the potential for lightning in the forecast. Some 20,000 people remain out of their homes in and around Summerland, where multiple homes have been lost. Today, we're learning about another impact here in wine country. Exposure to wildfire smoke can alter the taste of wine produced from affected grapes. One evacuated grower says it's simply too early to tell. The immediate concern is getting access to the property to water the vines.
If I don't have living plants, I don't have a crop. The longer I don't get access to my property, that is where I'm going to worry. And I'll deal with the smoke taint down the road.
Industry officials say with tasting rooms closed and staff temporarily out of work, it's a tough time.
If you want to help our industry right now, the best thing you can do is pick up a bottle of BC wine for dinner tonight or to celebrate with your friends. Buy something from the Summerland region to show them that support.
Besides the smoke, there's also the issue of all this ash. It's coating Okanagan Lake and washing up on shore. The city tells us it's waiting on test results to determine if people should stay out of the water. Andrew Johnson, CTV News, Penticton, BC.
And in Alberta, residents are cleaning up damage after a massive hailstorm. This is wild hail the size of loonies and golf balls hammering a town about an hour and a half south of Calgary Tuesday evening. The storm also brought heavy rain and strong winds and caused widespread damage to homes, windows, and vehicles.
This would have been the first they've ever gone.
Still to come, swinging for the big leagues, a local Little League team in the national championship looking for a berth in Pennsylvania. Jackie.
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. Spurs and Sparkles, you'll never know who you will run into. Willa Yellow. We have Terry Marcotte. You guys are participating in the obstacle course. What does it entail, Will?
Okay, so it starts off with a horse jumper, so they go through the course, and then once they get to the golf cart, we have to go and do a soccer shot from a big distance. So Terry and I are going to compete against that. Then we sprint back to the cart, and then we go through the obstacle course on the golf cart, and you get points for each one depending on how fast you finish.
Now, this is not your first rodeos. Terry, how long have you been competing in this, and how many times have you won?
This is year number 5, so we've had 4 years, and I've won it 3 times and finished second once.
Okay, and Will, what is our winner's tally for you?
Okay, so I came second last year. Melissa showed up last minute and won the whole thing. But there's some discrepancies. Like I think Terry, I saw take like 32 practice shots when we were warming up here.
I saw that too. Not gonna lie about that. So we'll see who wins the 5th annual Spurs and Sparkles. Here's a live look. They're at Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It's 22 degrees out. Downtown Ottawa, the sun is starting to come out and play on this wonderful Tuesday evening.
Ottawa is always on the move.
We're a big city
with a laid-back vibe,
where foodies love their sweets
and markets bursting with flavor,
wrapped up in waterways
and hot summer days.
This is a city where culture is on display.
And the future
meets the past.
Where people come together.
Always proud.
Often loud.
Woo! And positively the best place to live.
We move with you, Ottawa!
While checking the roads on your commute home on this Wednesday evening, for the most part, things are moving well. A few slowdowns out there in the usual spots. Well, a big moment for some kids from West Ottawa representing Ontario today for the chance to go to the Little League World Series. This was a nail-biter, a tie game heading into extra innings with a chance to be called Team Canada and a trip south on the line. CTV's Dylan Dyson reports.
Ground ball. This one hit to Aquino. Toss to first. And it's in time!
Through 7 innings, the mood was tense at the Ottawa Nepean Canadians Sports Club.
Oh, he was right there. He was right there.
Coaches and supporters watching on as the Ottawa West Twins battle to make it to the Little League World Series.
This would have been the first they've ever gone.
Ottawa's team representing Ontario playing in Glace Bay, Nova Scotia for the chance to represent Canada at the pinnacle of youth baseball. The game was scoreless deep into extra innings when the team representing British Columbia exploded for 4 runs to win the game.
The 1-0 delivery from Massel. This one flew out to center field. Wong will dive and make the catch. And British Columbia are the champions of Canada.
Really feel for the team right now after a tough loss and a great game by both teams.
Right there in the 7th, if they'd won that, then they'd be off to Williamsport, going down to Pennsylvania. They represent Team Canada.
The journey is an achievement for youth baseball in Ottawa. While the heartbreak may linger for these 11 and 12-year-olds, baseball mirrors life, and this is the start of a long journey in both those areas for these kids.
We were so close, and that they'll get over it, but it'll take some time. However, they take away from this experience, and once they can sit back and kind of really digest everything that's happened, it's really going to make them stronger individuals because life is full of defeat.
Dylan Dyson, CTV News.
Great experience, really crushing result for those kids, but they did very, very well to get there. Well, after a day of sunshine here, unsettled weather has moved back into the region. Clouds hanging over the capital for much of the day, and now we have a severe thunderstorm watch in place out there. As we go back to Jackie for a full look at the forecast, and it looks sunny where you are, so hopefully all of that weather steers clear of Wesley Clover Parks.
That's right, Patricia. Fingers crossed. The sun really is shining. You're seeing nothing but blue skies here. It did look like a little threatening weather about an hour ago with the darker clouds, but it has since passed and since moved. The severe thunderstorm watch is still in place until about 10 p.m. this evening. We'll get to that in just a bit. Now, right now, temperatures a cool 22 degrees, but with that sunshine bringing a little bit more heat, feeling closer to 25. The sunset coming a lot earlier now. 8:14 is the expected time for sun starting to go down. Here is the severe thunderstorm watch in place now. It is going to be in place until 10 p.m. What is new on this watches and warnings is the severe thunderstorm warning that has just popped up just around north of Bancroft. So we are keeping a close eye on this. It should lift in the next hour or so, but again, keeping a very close eye. For the rest of the evening, isolated showers should remain as we get closer to the midnight hour. And as we look towards our temperatures, for tonight's lows, it's going to be getting down to quite cooler temperatures, about 14 degrees here in the capital, 15 in Cornwall, 17, 18 around Brockville and Kingston, about 15 in Kemptville and 14 in Maniwaki. Tomorrow's daytime highs, 26 degrees is what we are anticipating, 25 really across eastern Ontario's. Yes, there is a risk of thunderstorms, but this is likely around the 40% chance. It's likely going to be similar to what we see today. This gives you a closer idea. So really in the overnight hour or on the midnight hour, we could see some active weather moving through the Ottawa area and should clear by the time 2 a.m. rolls around. But even then, around Smiths Falls, even closer by Cornwall, we could see more active weather moving through as well. This should clear by 7 a.m. And for the rest of the day, again, isolated showers between 5 and 7, but for the most part, we are anticipating sunnier skies. Meanwhile, take a look at across the country. 22 in Fredericton and Halifax, a mixed weather storm there, a little risk of thunderstorm in Fredericton. Sunshine in Charlottetown. Toronto, 23 degrees, Windsor, 26. A lot of the active weather rolling through Ontario. Meanwhile, 24, mix of sun and cloud in Winnipeg. It's cooling down in Edmonton and Calgary at 15 and 17 degrees, but Vancouver remains sunny with a daytime higher current temperature of 22. Now, taking a look at our 7-day forecast brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers. As mentioned, 40% chance of showers for our Thursday. There could be isolated pop-up showers throughout the afternoon. Friday, Saturday, though, lots of sunshine in store guaranteed. 24 degrees, the anticipated daytime high. So still on the little bit of the cooler side, but nonetheless, no precipitation in sight. Meanwhile, Sunday, mix of sun and cloud. By the time we get to Monday, there is still a slim chance that we could see the return of some showers. So we're actually going to embrace the sunshine that is coming down here at Wesley Clover Park, Patricia. A lot of people have been entering here. The activities are starting to take place at 6:30. We heard from Terry Marcotte. We heard from Will Aiello. They are getting ready to compete starting at 6:45.
I love the way you had to coax Terry, convince him to share his stats about how he's done in the past. Good job there. Thanks, Jackie.
What I went through the 12th of June is one of my nightmares. Discovering that kind of behavior, pure racism behavior.
Well, coming up, Montreal's police chief unveils a plan to address racism within the service after some disturbing allegations.
Tonight, a solar eclipse sweeps around the globe.
It's pretty special. Everybody just, pausing for a few minutes, looking up at the sky together.
Some of the spots where Canadians managed to catch a glimpse. Later on CTV National News and watch on Crave.
CTV News community and weather anchor Jackie Perez. Weeknights.
Montreal's chief of police is facing questions tonight over a racism scandal within the service and complaints that go back years. Now he's laying out his vision to rebuild trust. CTV's Quebec bureau chief Geneviève Beauchemin has more.
Montreal Police Chief Eddie Daguerre is shaping a plan to change the culture within his ranks. His timeline, 7 to 10 years.
What I went through the 12th of June is one of my nightmares. Discovering that kind of behavior, pure racism behavior of my cops.
Shame on you!
On June 12th, 16 officers from Station 39 in Montreal North, a very diverse neighborhood, were placed under investigation. 3 have now been suspended. Fellow officers came forward with allegations of racist and hateful acts, including claims that officers may have cut the dreadlocks of racialized citizens to turn them into trophies.
I want to be careful what I'm going to say, but let's say that kind of behavior happened. This is extremely you can't touch the hair, especially in the black community. You don't touch that. So it's a very deep pain.
That pain was on full display at a public meeting Tuesday.
Des actes racistes.
One after another, citizens denounced years of racism.
I'm a mother of 2 boys, and when it comes to the police in Montreal, I don't feel safe.
Daguerre pledged for more transparent communication from the force, immediate disciplinary action. But many at the meeting called his answers too vague and say promises have been betrayed over and over again. Some demand a public inquiry.
It was a tough meeting, very emotional. I felt a lot of frustration, rage.
Daguerre pledges to continue to work with citizens and community groups and says he's already received important recommendations. And the police chief says there will be a plan in place that will have been worked out with the community in November. Geneviève Beauchemin, CTV News, Montreal.
In tonight's big picture, Italy's Mount Etna is once again erupting. Europe's most active volcano spewing lava and ash into the sky. Etna attracts hikers and backpackers to its slopes, the fountains of flames offering a spectacular view for those who ventured close. However, the latest eruption is causing travel chaos in Sicily. The airport in Catania is closed, stranding hundreds of passengers, and flights are not set to resume until tomorrow at the earliest. Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. Drivers across the province feeling more pain at the pumps today. Gas prices here in Ottawa went up 6 cents overnight. The price at many stations in the capital now hovering around $1.63. The price of oil is increasing due to stalled efforts to end the war in the Middle East. However, prices are expected to remain stable into tomorrow. Ottawa Public Health reminding parents to make sure their children's vaccination records are up to date as kids prepare to head back to class. Under provincial law, children attending elementary and secondary school must be immunized against several diseases, including measles, polio, and diphtheria. Kids born after 2010 also need to get their chickenpox vaccine. Immunization records can be updated online. The federal government announcing $24 million to study how cannabis affects the brain in people of various ages. A consortium of 10 research teams from across the country is being created. It's tasked with establishing scientific evidence about both potential benefits and harms of cannabis. That includes its effects on anxiety, mental health, and brain development in youth and during pregnancy. Well, fireworks will once again light up the sky over downtown Ottawa tonight for Les Grands Feux du Casino Lac Limy. China is putting on tonight's show. It's the second last night of the friendly international fireworks competition. The finale is on Saturday. Shows typically get started around 9:15. Let's go back to Jackie now at Wesley Clover Parks, where Spurs and Sparkles is underway. Jackie.
It is definitely underway, Patricia. Doors opened around 6:30, and which is basically now welcoming everyone in. The contestants had time to practice on the obstacle course. Yes, it's true. We saw Terry Marcotte get a little rounds in here, but I really want to talk to the main stars, I should say, the co-chairs of this evening. We've got Catherine McLaughlin, we've got Karen Sparks. Talk about Spurs and Sparkles and the overall event and purpose of it.
Well, this is our 5th year, and it's such a fun event. It combines my love of equestrian, so we got a show jumping element, and then raising money for a good cause for the Queensway Carleton Hospital Foundation. And I'll tell you what, it's so fun and so sparkly.
Catherine, what does this event mean to you each and every year? Because I believe for me personally, this has been my 3rd event, and each and every year it's just getting bigger, more glam. You're seeing more sparkles as well.
Yeah, you know, we're really proud. We're really proud about what's going on, and actually what I love about it is our friendship that has withstood some crazy times getting organized here, but also our love for the city and for the city of Ottawa and Queensway Carleton, and just just the community builders that we get to meet and greet and our sponsors, and yeah, we just could not be more grateful.
What's really great about this, I saw some of the Atletico team here, Rapid FC here, you've got Ottawa Charge here as well, but inside here you're also supporting local, whether it's restaurants or just the hospitality industry. Can you name a couple?
Yeah, that's right. We have so many people. We've got a little girl doing cotton candy. We've got Tart and Tasty. We've got
we've got Thirst Responder. We've got a big giant lemon here. We've got, I mean, yeah, we've got some wonderful partners.
It's wonderful to see everyone come here at Wesley Clover Park. The main event kicks off at 7 p.m. Do we have somebody we are cheering or rooting for, a team?
Well, that's a great question. We have Team RBC who won last year, and they are here to play. We've got Team Turlin who won 3 years in a row, and Mark Motors is always there, like ready to pounce. So we'll see.
It's going to be interesting to see because, like, it's game on. Everyone's full-on competitive.
All right. Well, we will have the results in the 11:30 newscast. So, Patricia, we're going to take it back to you in studio. You guys want to say hey to Patricia Boal over there?
Patricia, we love you.
Catherine, Karen, Jackie, you all look sensational. Have a wonderful night.
How can a little kid can purchase $2,000 in cash and no one, had a suspicious about it?
Well, coming up, an Ontario family discovers a mysterious $2,000 purchase on their credit card, but they were even more shocked to find out how it was made.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Boal.
Pure Country 94. Ottawa's home for the best country music. Listen to Pure Country 94 on the free iHeartRadio app.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, Your Morning Ottawa, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
An Ontario family is speaking out tonight after they noticed an unusual statement on their credit card. It turns out their child bought $2,000 in video gaming cards. Here's CTV's Pat Foran.
Roblox is an online platform where users play games, hang out with friends, and build their own virtual worlds. The game is free to play, but users can buy avatar items, tools, and clothing within the gaming universe.
He loves playing Roblox games.
Hong Jin and Jason Kim of Toronto say their 11-year-old son plays the video game. Recently, he was going to his grandmother's, and he took an envelope full of cash the family had saved for emergencies.
He took the whole envelope, which is more than $2,000, close to $3,000 in cash.
His grandmother took the boy to Walmart to look at toys. He slipped away briefly, went to a cashier, and made two $1,000 purchases of Roblox gaming cards. The family only found out when they noticed the cash was missing.
Couldn't believe that my small kid could spend $2,000 at Walmart.
The family returned to Walmart with the cards and receipts, but were told it was final sale, no refunds allowed.
How can a little kid can purchase $2,000 in cash and no one, had a suspicious about it?
When CTV News reached out to Walmart, a spokesperson said, "We reviewed this transaction and determined our associates acted appropriately. There are no age restrictions for purchasing gift cards at Walmart Canada." Earlier this year, CTV News interviewed a grandmother who says her 8-year-old grandson took her credit card and racked up $2,000 in charges playing the game.
He said he was sorry, but I don't think he really understands the ramifications of, that kind of money being lost.
Families can use parental controls to limit spending online. Jin is also concerned about the obsessive nature of the video game.
I never realized Roblox can be that addictive.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
A major windfall for Canada's largest airline had shares spiking today, reaching the highest point in 6 years. BNN Bloomberg's Lindsay Biscaya has the details.
Air Canada shares were cruising comfortably above a 10% gain for most of the day after reporting Q2 earnings and confirming a partial sale of its loyalty program. The airline now confirming it will be selling a 25% stake in Aeroplan to Blackstone and a trio of Canadian pension funds for $2.5 billion. Air Canada says it will maintain full control of the travel reward program's day-to-day operations. Meanwhile, Air Canada also reported revenue and profit that beat expectations in the latest quarter, but it lowered its outlook for the year due to soaring jet fuel prices. Alphabet shares, meanwhile, fluctuated today after Google introduced its latest smartphone lineup. The new phones come with some subtle hardware and design improvements, but also higher prices. Starting prices are $100 higher across the board compared to last year, reflecting an unprecedented memory supply crunch. Some analysts say Google faces a crowded fall market where competitors are offering fresher looks. And OPEC has lowered its forecast for global oil demand growth once again. The oil cartel says for 2026, it now expects oil demand to grow by 580,000 barrels a day. The move marks the fourth straight downward revision. It says it continues to see a smaller impact on consumption since the beginning of the Iran war. On the plus side, though, OPEC raised its forecast for global oil demand next year. And here are the closing numbers for the day. The Canadian dollar is up to 71.72. West Texas Intermediate also finished the day higher, up to 83.27 a barrel. Western Canadian Select was down slightly to 65.73. And for the fourth straight trading session, the TSX finished at a new high, up to 36,662 points. Those are your business headlines. I'm Lindsay Biscaya.
I think they can do it. They seem to be able to find a way every day.
I think it's that same kind of just like underdog nature of the team that's gonna do it.
Well, coming up, can the Jays make it to the postseason 2 years in a row? Fans across the country anxiously watching.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Boal.
On Sunday, October 4th, take part in CHEO's RBC Race for the Kids. Be part of an unforgettable day as we come together to support CHEO's largest redevelopment campaign ever. Take on the 5K, 10K all-terrain, or 2K accessible family fun run at Wesley Clover Parks. Join the movement. Support a great cause. Register today. r4tk.cheofoundation.com.
Well, after last season's deep playoff run, the Jays have many more fans closely watching their games. The team is now fighting to keep the postseason in sight this year and are looking for their third straight win against Boston tonight as they sit just 2.5 games back of a wild card spot. CTV's Sean Leathong has more.
Broken to bat, ground ball to third. McAdoo on to first, and the Blue Jays win it.
As Toronto beat Boston for the second game in a row last night, reaction inside the Dome appeared like the team was in the middle of a playoff race. And while we're a long way from a statue being built for the 2026 Blue Jays, recent success has the team just 2.5 games out of the last wild card spot, and some fans are saying they think this team has a chance.
I think they can do it. They seem to be able to find a way every day.
I think it's that same kind of just like underdog nature of the team that's gonna do it.
If the Blue Jays are going to get back into the playoffs, they'll have to catch Baltimore, Cleveland, Minnesota, Detroit, and Texas. Still, some fans are saying there's something different about how this team's been playing as of late.
Because they've got a good team spirit. The last few games they've been winning. They've been doing a good job.
The team has fire. Like, they're ready to go. They're working together. They're a good club.
They're on a good streak right now. They just got to keep it going.
Up the middle, a base hit.
After a low point in late July, the Jays are getting help from some unexpected places like Brett Bateman, who came over in the Kevin Gausman trade. And the team has quietly won their last 4 series, clawing back into the race.
Yeah, the biggest difference has been we're getting timely hits. We're getting hits with 2 outs and runners in scoring position, and gaining a little bit of momentum. You know what I mean? You never know when a season is going to kind of, go one way or another. I think it's going in the right direction right now.
With 41 games to go, fans know this team needs a big run to make it happen.
Yeah, we need some help from some other teams, I believe. But, I mean, look at we're
killing the hottest team in MLB right now.
Statistically, the odds are low, but I've got faith. I'm a diehard from day one fan. Until we're out, we're not out, and I think we can do it. I think they're going to find a way.
And if the Blue Jays are going to keep winning, they're going to have to do it against some big teams. Not only do they have 2 more games against Boston, after that, the New York Yankees come to town with the 2nd best record in the American League, and then they go to Tampa Bay to play the team with the best record in the American League. So winning right now would mean a lot. Sean Leathong, CTV News.
So we let it do its thing, and in the end, after the first sip, I just knew right away, through all the challenges, it was something that everyone was going to love.
Coming up, national recognition for a family-run cidery in our region. Those details just ahead. Jackie. And here's a live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. 22 degrees out there right now. We'll get back to Jackie in just a moment.
You're watching CTV News with Patricia Boal.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, it's Tanea Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barhaven Ford. Employee pricing on now.
Tomorrow on Your Morning Ottawa, Ottawa police are cracking down on e-scooter misuse. We hear from them about how to stay safe this summer. Tune in on CTV or stream us live.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Here's what's on CTV tonight. E-Talk, The Big Bang Theory, Master Chef, The Rainmaker, and The Borderline. And here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
You have to be older than 16 years of age to ride an e-scooter. If you're under the age of 18 and you're riding an e-scooter, you must be wearing a helmet.
Well, as you heard, Ottawa Police cracking down on underage e-scooter use as CHEO reports a spike in e-scooter-related injuries among children.
It's a good system to prevent putting stuff in the garbage, but as you can see, it's trouble.
A Quebec organization introduces new rules to deter Ontario residents from illegally getting refunds for cans and bottles purchased outside of the province.
So since he's very intrigued in the space, we thought this would be an awesome thing to come and show him.
Well, kids and others gathering to watch a partial solar eclipse in our region today, but in the path of totality in Europe, millions had a chance to view a rare total solar eclipse. One final check on the weather. Back out to Spurs and Sparkles at Wesley Clover Parks. Jackie?
Well, thanks so much, Patricia. The sun continues to shine here at Wesley Clover Parks. Then hopefully this will last until we get into tomorrow morning. Now, taking a look at our wake-up conditions, well, we'll start off cloudy, 14 degrees. We are anticipating a mix of sun and clouds. Yes, there is a chance of showers, of isolated pop-up showers that could carry us into the afternoon, but 26 degrees is the anticipated daytime high. 24 and sunshine for our Friday. Saturday and sunny for 24 degrees and sunny for Saturday. Sun and cloud and 26 as well. But we could see the return of rain on Monday with 25 degrees, the daytime high.
All right.
That's it for weather, but we're going to shift things over. Johnny Bunny, almost didn't recognize you with a hat on here, but I did recognize the smash burgers that you guys are serving up here. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing with Spurs and Sparkles.
Well, we just wanted to bring the King Eddie down here to Wesley Clover. So, yeah, it's been a cause we've been supporting the last few years. So it's just always fun to get out of the market and come out here and to the farm.
All right, well, thank you so much. I'm going to get Sean, our camera guy, to look at the wonderful smash burgers. And we're actually going to get one here because I'm sorry, I'm stealing yours right now. Apologies. We're getting a little bit of this as we send it back to you in studio. Look at that. Yum.
Nice. Enjoy. Thanks so much, Jackie. You competed in this
I did.
One time, yeah.
a
And how
couple
did it
of
go?
years
Were
ago.
you such a threat they didn't invite you back? Terry Marcotte's trying to protect his record?
No, it was the opposite. I think I just embarrassed my team. They're like, why did we invite this schmuck? So,
Oh, fun
not
though,
going
right?
back. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
yeah.
fun. And Terry Marcotte takes it very seriously as well.
Yeah.
He's good and he's competitive.
And he's training.
Yes.
We want to check in and see what our team is working on for tonight. Austin is here, not there, and you'll be on the desk at 11:30.
That's right, Patricia. And we'll have a story about another warning about lithium-ion batteries. There was an apartment fire in Ontario's capital. It's the third lithium-ion related fire in Toronto in the past 24 hours, and it serves as a stark reminder to everyone, not just in Toronto, but to be very careful with lithium-ion batteries. They're found in everything from mobile phone chargers, those portable chargers, to e-bikes. So we can share those details later tonight. And of course, you can get the news anytime, anywhere at ctvnewsottawa.ca, and join me tonight for CTV News at 11:30.
Will do. Thank you very much. And finally for us tonight, a local cidery in the city's West End turning a whole lot of apples into an award-winning dream.
There's an art to it. So it's a real expression of who we are. Every bottle is an expression of me and our ideas and how we want to move the program forward.
Cider maker Wesley Hunter of 1818 Farm and Cidery in Carp winning Best Cider of the Year at the Canadian National Wine and Line Awards for his creation Golden Child. Now, he says Golden Child is a dry, natural cider crafted from heirloom apples. The cidery was only started 4 years ago. It's already putting Eastern Ontario on the national stage in Canada's craft cider industry. It looks so good. I had a chance to talk with him on radio today, and he was talking about it. They have brunch and people come out for all these things. I'm like, how have I not been there? I'm late to this party. And he said, well, you're fashionably late. Come on out and try it. So I think that's going to be on the to-do list.
Absolutely. A lot of people probably trying it as well. Those Golden Child apples.
Yeah.
They took months to ferment, usually weeks, he was saying as well.
Yeah, put some time into this one. And yeah, do you like a cider?
I do like a cider, yeah. Good friend of mine as well, Marianne McClarty up in CFRA. Shout out. Love ciders.
So does Hannah Berge, and we want to wish her congratulations heading into her wedding on Sunday. Have a wonderful weekend.